Stephen, how are you?
I'm good.
You can study, okay?
Which one should I do next?
You continue. This one, these
Okay.
are not shipped yet.
Oh, wait, hold up. Let me draw something real quick.
Hmm?
I'm drawing like the
What do they want to
index.
have? What are they
It's like,
asking for? What are they asking for?
it's like, so starting from the index 0 to like I or something, you also want to find like the same substring that is equal in the back, that also exists in the back, that is of the same length.
Yeah. So how to do it?
I'm not sure my current indexing thing is correct.
Your current indexing is wrong. But how
Okay.
to do it?
Mm-mm. Oh, is it you use
You
starts
want
with
to
and ends
find
with?
whether there is a AB in here and there is a AB in here, or there is a ABC in here and there is a ABC in here. How to find it?
I think you
How they find the longest one?
make the for loop split, like string dot length divided by 2, and then you try to extract, and then you use start with
That's
that ends
wrong.
with. Oh,
For loop is wrong.
mm,
For loop is sometimes okay, but your for loop is wrong.
mm.
While loop is a better loop. How to compare the ABC and ABC? How can you compare that ABC and this blue ABC and green ABC? How can you compare that?
Like check if string dot char here is equals here. Use substring.
How to compare? My question is how to compare.
Oh,
How do you write program to compare them? So this question can be actually transformed to how to compare the first n later and the last n later in the set. How can you compare the first n later and last n later in the set?
is like the while loop is like while
Not a while
the
loop. How to compare them? You have a string, the first n later and compared to the last n later. How do you compare them?
this substring.
Substring or what?
So for first ABC is like string dot substring 0 to n,
Mm-hmm.
and then the last one is string dot substring string dot string dot substring string dot length minus n minus
Yeah.
1.
Okay. What minus one?
Is it because like if it's like 6
Don't
and you try
talk
to
before you think about it. It's the str dot length minus n.
oh
This one starting from 0 says 0 to n. This one is the last n digit. Last n digit, this one starting
yeah,
from length minus n. So we compare these two strings. And how could you find the maximum length that actually is the same? How could you find it? You know how to find the first n later and last n later the same or not. But how can you use that comparison to solve this problem?
I would say just while loop, and then you compare each of the chars one by one, and then you add them.
No. I asked you already. How do you compare the first n later and last n later? You told me
This-
to use the substring. So how come here you need to use the for while loop?
Because like, isn't searching more like once you finalize it? Wait, never mind. Yeah,
Substring comparison is just that equals.
yeah. So like, string dot substring 0, and then you have like I plus 1, and then dot equals to string dot substring string dot length minus.
You think about it before you actually then it clear, don't talk. Think about it. I give you the hint already. I give you the hint on the right already. You have to think about it, okay? Use your time to think about it, really think about it. You know how to compare the first n later and the last n later. So if you want to solve this problem, you compare the largest possible substring down to a length of 1. That's the whole thing that you need to do. And the largest one that actually equals will be returned. So this problem, let me give you another hint. This problem you started from integer n equals string the length divided by 2. That's the maximum number because no overlap. No overlap, the longest string that you can do is actually str the length, the string the length divided by 2. That's the longest n that you can do. So while actually n greater than 0, you do something. So if none of them you found it for the length of n, you'll return empty string. So here you have a compare the first n later and last n later. So if string the length, string the substring 0 to n that equals string the substring string the length minus it. If it is to the same, then you return string the substring of 0 to n. And then n decrease.
Wait, so we have to use recursion to solve it?
Where is the
no.
recursion? There's no recursion here. N started with half of the length of the string. That's the first n later compared with the last n later. So every time you compare the first n later with last n later, if they are the same, you return the first n later. That's to return the ABC. So if not, if the two are not the same, you decrease your n. until you are zero. When you are at zero, there is nothing the same, so you actually return empty string.
Hmm.
Okay? Missing something in 9, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm missing a parenthesis. So this one you need to pick up and redo it by yourself, okay?
Okay.
You didn't really understand the problem. Why the length divided by 2?
It's like the overlapping cases at the end.
What do they want to have? You don't understand the problem yet. What do they want to have?
So like you're supposed to extract the mirrored version of the string. And
You check what meter version. I don't see they want to extract anything.
it's like
So tell me why,
so
before you answer, you read the problem carefully. So tell me why this one, the answer is ABA.
I think it has something to do with like the length of when you
It has nothing to do
divide
with the
it.
length. There's nothing related to the length. Why this one, the answer is ABA.
Oh, because like when you read it forward, when you read it backward, it's like the same thing.
So what does that mean?
So you're supposed to, in like the string, you're supposed to find the substring that you're supposed to find like that certain substring where it is in the front, and then when you flip it around, it's also in the back.
Yeah, and the maximum one is how big it should be.
The maximum, it can be the entire length of the string, or
So the maximum string can be A, B, C, B, A, then it will be entire string.
yeah.
So A, B, C, D, B, A, and this one is actually it would be A, B.
Oh shit, I should do something like similar to last time. Where it's
Your
like
for loop is totally wrong.
mm,
I don't know what you're thinking about, but the whole thing is wrong. STF the length divided by 2. There's nothing to do with divide by 2 now.
oops. So should I make like one case for like palindrome? It's like okay.
It's not palindrome. It's
Oh, I don't
patching the
know. It's
first n later with last n later.
because it can like this case. I think I should figure out this case first and move on to the
You need
next.
to figure out every case, not just that case.
Okay.
This is wrong. I told you this is wrong already, right? Last time you do the
Okay.
same thing, it's wrong.
You know, like in this case, I was trying to go for like
This
if
is
it's
wrong because you have A, B, G, X, G, C, A.
well, yeah. Like the thing is, I was trying to go for like these type
Then
of
this one is actually the same, so you add it to the S. This one is not, so it's not 80, but this one G is the same, you actually add it to it. So actually you are wrong. This is
I was
not what
tr
you actually do. It's wrong.
Like, can I try to explain it?
You are wrong. You don't need to explain it. This one is wrong. Wrong is wrong. You explain the wrong thing for me for what? This problem is the same, similar to the previous one. It's a comparison of the first and later with the last and later, except that the first later and later and last and later is reversed now. That's the only thing different. Previous problem is comparing the same order. Now you need to be reversed. That's it. And the
Okay.
previous one no overlap. This one allow overlap. It's a reverse. This one is not reverse. This one you comparing this ABC with ABC. That's not what you want to compare now. You actually want to compare ABC with CBA. This need to be reversed. How do you compare? This one is it's reversed. This A, B, C, and the CPA, the first three letter is the reverse of the last three letter.
Like chart by like
Hmm?
you compare like each character one by one.
How do we compare them? This is wrong. If you continue to do this, you will never solve the problem. I told you already. If you have the A, B, C, C, S, A, this A will be 80, C will be 80, since they are the same. But these two are not mirror. So this S approach, whatever you use S approach is wrong, totally wrong. What's the purpose for this variable N? What's the N for?
To have like a proper range for your substrings.
Hmm?
When you use string dot substring, you want to have like a proper range, so you don't
N is
extend.
the first N later need to be the mirror of the last N later.
Yeah,
Yeah? So you compare this first N later with the last N later, that's it. How do you compare them?
just
Before you type it, tell me
because
how are you going to compare them? The first N later with the last N later, they are reversed.
yeah. So like when before I compared them, I'll take the last n letters and I'll use like a for loop and then reverse it
Hmm?
and then I'll put it
Do
into
it.
this part.
So why greater equals n? It's a reverse. You are trying to create a reverse of the S string. So why you greater equals 0?
Oh, because I already did it here. Oh, oops.
Yeah. You have several wrong things, not just one.
Okay.
This one since it's a character, so this one no need to do string plus. You miss a letter on the first case. How comes you don't have the A here? How come here this one is wrong? And this one A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, you will have A, B, A, B. It will be empty string, but you end up with ABA, that's wrong. Your algorithm is wrong. Not sure what you're trying to do, but
Is it the 0 part?
this part you actually don't first n later compare with last n laters. This portion you doesn't compare it. So first n later compare with last n laters. So you should be the same as this one is I, okay? And you will compare the first and later with the backward starting from here to here. So this one is string the length minus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2. So it's actually str the length plus I str the length minus 1 plus I. If they are not the same, then same equal false. If same, no, get out. If same, then return string the length, string the substring of 0n. This one, this out of bound. Line 7, string the length is comparing plus, oh, no, not plus, let me see. This one is st minus I, not plus I, it's actually minus I. You see?
Hmm.
You don't understand how to compare the first n letter with the last n letter when they are reversed. ABC with CBA, you totally don't understand it. It's using this formula to compare it, but you don't understand it. So you better go back, redo this part, think about it again, how this one is solved. What I did is actually you do use a for loop to count 0, 1, 2 for A, B, C versus here -1, -2, -3, st the length -1, st the length -2, -3 for C, B, A. If A is the same as A, no problem. B with B, no problem. B not equals B, then I'll make it to be not the same. Not the same, I won't return. If the same, I'll return the whole thing if I get out of the loop.
Okay.
So you don't understand what this one is. You don't understand how this n work. There's no need to divide by 2. You say that overlap allowed means that your A, B, C maybe overlap with it, so you can compare the whole thing. Previous problem is a non-overlap. Non-overlap, you have A, B, C versus A, B, C. This must be just shorter than half. But right here, you actually allow overlap. Allow overlap will go over 1/2.
Hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
But bottom line, you don't understand this problem. You don't understand the previous problem as well. Okay? The basic part, you still don't understand.
Okay.
Next one. Okay, this one I don't think you understand the problem as well. This one you have a -1. I don't know why here you need to have a -1. What that it means by a block of adjacent character are the same?
Like right next to each other.
What do you mean by attached to each other?
No, BBB is like right next to each other, and then they're like the same.
Yeah. So how you detect it?
Just like if the current one is equals to the next one or equals to the previous one, then it counts.
This one you actually care whether there's a change or not. So you basically work out the cut problem. This is the size of the lungs. This one in the bits, in the CO problem
Oh,
already tell you the cuts.
like if it's not equals to the next one, you reset it to 0.
Yeah. Also, at the end of the string, you need to reset it to check the counter. So it's where when there's a change or is the end of the string. So here you don't need the -1. Okay, you redo it. Okay, I'm not sure this one
Okay.
actually we are over time, so you redo it. Okay.
Okay.
Never practice before coming to the class. The first
Okay.
few problem look like you again already did them. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
And also its struggle is good, but so far your basic programming program still not there yet. Still don't see it. When I ask you to do the first and later reverse with last and later or first and later, the same with the last and later, you still don't understand how to do it. That's bad. Okay, that's really bad. Good night, bye bye.
Okay. Thank you.